Hi there, friends. What is going on? Um, I wanted to just be here and chat today a little bit because something happened today, and I just kind of feel like it was really like encompasses so much of what I try to teach and share with you all. So yeah, I have some little notes here, but I really just wanted to go over some of this stuff with you. Um, So today I woke up and I received some news that really upset me. Um it just kind of feel like it came out of nowhere to me, and I feel like it just really shook me to my core. It really made me anxious and nervous. I think every single sense of the word triggered really works here. Um I felt very triggered. I felt very disempowered. And what I feel like it was just so raw that it was hard for me to get out of it. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get out of it. I wanted to leave what the sensations that were going on in my body. And normally how I would do that is through substances, is through distraction, just trying to get out of what I'm experiencing. I feel like that can be the hardest part sometimes. It's just trying to be present with what's going on. Um, I feel like my instinct is to flee. It goes back to the flight, fight, freeze, fawn response so often. For me, my response is to flee, to get out, to leave the danger. And so often when we're having these emotional reactions, our bodies are trained for sense and protect from danger, right? But what happens when the danger is coming from inside? What happens when danger is the emotions and feelings and thoughts that are happening? So my body, feels that triggerness and is like, well, why don't we just go drink some alcohol? And I have been sober for a long time. I've been sober from all substances for quite a while. So it was quite a strange response for me, to just for that just to come up so viciously and intensely. And I feel like what I really had to do was I feel like I was kind of trying to escape right when I first woke up, because I'm not a morning person, so I was like, let me just get out of this. Like, um, my cat's here, and I I feel like I had to just sit myself down for a moment, and I was like, wait, okay, let me, because I was on the spiral. Okay, I was gonna spiral. I was like, today I'm gonna spiral. It's gonna be a hard day. It's gonna be like this, and I feel like I had to stop myself for a second, because for me, telling myself, oh, this is how today's gonna be. This is how I'm gonna feel. I was like, that's very black and white, and two, why am I setting that as my intention for today when I know it doesn't have to be? So I caught it. And I feel like this was the first time I really caught this spiral in particular, like this, where I was like, ooh, okay, I caught it just as we were going. And this is kind of hard for me to do in the morning, okay, because I'm not a morning person. So, um, but it was that intense and that out of nowhere where I was like, this trigger, I need to just sit with this. So I breathed for a second, and then I was like, okay, this problem that I'm dealing with is actually not a problem at all. I know I can fix this problem pretty easily. The feeling of it felt so much bigger than the actuality of it, you know? The the trigger itself felt like it was so intense, and like it really was like little me being like, I did something wrong. That's really what it was. It was little me being like, I'm gonna get punished, I'm gonna get in trouble, I don't want to be hurt. And I had to tell her, like, everything's actually gonna be fine. Like, it's okay, and we can take care of ourselves today. Hi, my friends! So that was 2 days ago, and I thought it was really serendipitous and almost maybe like a message of sorts that right when I said it's okay for me to take care of myself, my camera died. And so I really just spent the last 2 days like trying to take care of myself, trying to do the self-care that I need for myself, really getting in touch with that. Because and just kind of like really trying to ease into the everything's okay, like everything's fine. And it's sure like nothing bad has happened, nothing bad is going to happen because of this event that, really triggered me. So I think I really wanted to share that experience too, because I really feel like it encompasses the types of people I'm trying to talk to, the deep feelers, take on, like, I guess what I'm getting at is like this sense when people say like, I can't control it, I have anxiety, or I can't do anything about this because I have depression. It's very like hopeless, it's very like disempowering. And we're kind of sold that the only way to kind of fix anything like that is through substances, like drugs that people give us, and psychotherapists, and knowing how to treat diagnoses, rather than it being a human experience that we can learn to just live with and deal with. And the world can sometimes just be so logical, it kind of just like loses the emotions, right? Because to get to where I was on Tuesday, well, you don't even know it. It was Tuesday, now today's Thursday. It's Thursday, right? No, it's Wednesday. Oh my god. So this happened on Monday. So to get to where I was on Monday and now Wednesday, I don't know days, I don't know times. That there was a lot of stuff that had to happen in order for me to even build to that place where I was able to really be present with my emotions and experiences in my body, and just like be there for as long as it needed to be there. It processed like the way it needed to process. It took a while for me to get there, and it took a lot of me really trying to engage with the battle of giving up, because my experiences are so intense and hard sometimes. I just don't want to deal with it, and I just give up. So after I'm able to deal with that battle and really like be present in my experience, and just like accept that it's there in the first place, then moving to, okay, how do I actually deal with what's going on inside me? How do I actually change what's going on? And it took a lot of learning about my inner child. It took a lot of learning about my nervous system, right? And for me, it's always interesting because I feel like for me, it's almost just not enough to like know the strategies and stuff. Like there's like an inner part of me that really wants to know where I'm going, that really wants to like have the like positive aspects of life, like almost like unlocking key, like this is what I'm trying to do, or this is what I'm trying to move to. And I'm really grateful for that part, because I feel like it kind of keeps me going in a sense of positivity. Not in like a toxic way, not in like a like, I need to be positive right now, but it's almost like it, it just kind of keeps me, moving towards well-being instead of just trying to survive, right? Sometimes I try to also teach that part that it's okay to not have to reach for that. But you know, it's hard for that part to hear that. So it's kind of like, these are the types of people I'm trying to help, where it's like too big, it's too much maybe. And the medical language, the medical model just does not fit. It doesn't vibe, right? It literally doesn't vibe. It's not based on vibes. No, I'm just kidding. This isn't just vibes, but um, but in a way that's part of it, right? Because it's like the overly logical, you know, these institutions were not made to help us. They were made to keep control for the state. They were made for money. It was not for, you know, really truly trying to teach people in the best way possible that really supports them. What do you need to do in order to, you know, heal yourself? What do you need, and what is the best way to present this information to you, right? So this is why I like have made my trigger sprint, which like really goes through anxiety in particular and like how to deal with anxiety triggers. And I feel like sometimes I even have to watch my own stuff, because I'm like, well, you know, when you're just like in it and you just like forget, like, maybe it's just me, I don't know, you can tell me, but sometimes I'm just like really in it, I just forget like what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just like, I forget that I have a certain coping skill or strategy or like way of thinking, and then it like kind of have to like go back into doing it again, like reteaching myself, because in the moment it's just so intense, right? Like if you know, it's like panic attack level and you're like, what, you know, your prefrontal cortex shuts down, right? So it's literally harder to access long-term memory. That just is what it is. So yeah, I just wanted to, you know, pop in here for a little bit and kind of give a little more context for what happened, and that I took care of myself and I feel so much better today. And I'm just really grateful for that, because there were so many moments where I didn't think I was going to be able to do something like that, or I felt like it needed to happen in like a day or something, or like an hour. I needed to feel okay then, and it's like I took the time that my body needed to process, and like, you know, did, you know, all this self-care stuff for myself that, you know, really helped me, and, you know, was really just me taking care of myself. So yeah, if you would like, please follow me. You can press subscribe and the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Got some nice videos coming. I have a little description box that I made really pretty. And it talks about some stuff I'm offering right now, if you want to check that out. It's all free, actually, so go check it out, and you can, my socials are down there too. And thanks so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, friends!